Did you know that one of the most private and mysterious music icons of all time, Sade Adu, has finally broken her silence at the age of 66? For decades, the Nigerian-born British-raised singer captivated the world with her sultry voice, timeless songs, and near-mythical presence. Yet behind her carefully guarded image lies a story filled with love, pain, sacrifice, and resilience that few have ever heard in her own words. Fans often wondered why she vanished for long stretches of time, why she avoided the limelight, and what secrets she was keeping. Now, Sade herself has finally opened up, and what she admitted will shock you. Born Helen Folashade Adu in 1959 in Ibadan, Nigeria, Sade's life was shaped by movement, transition, and resilience. After her parents separated, she moved to England with her mother at just 4 years old, beginning a new life in North London. She grew up balancing two worlds: her Nigerian heritage and her British upbringing, a contrast that later seeped into her music's unique style. Her quiet confidence, paired with striking beauty, would eventually propel her into stardom. But Sade never sought fame in the traditional sense. Unlike many pop stars of the 1980s, she resisted the pull of celebrity culture. She wanted her music to speak louder than her image. Yet, ironically, her refusal to play by the industry's rules only deepened her mystique. Fans became desperate to know more about the woman behind Smooth Operator and No Ordinary Love. And for decades, she kept them guessing. When Diamond Life debuted in 1984, it instantly turned Sade into an international sensation. The album sold millions and won a Grammy, making her a global superstar almost overnight. Yet behind the spotlight, Sade struggled with her role as a public figure. She despised interviews, disliked photo shoots, and shunned the endless parties that came with fame. Instead, she preferred solitude, privacy, and simplicity. This resistance to fame led many to question her choices. Why would someone at the peak of success walk away for years at a time? Rumors circulated everything from health struggles to personal crises, but Sade never explained. What the public didn't know was that her absences weren't about ego or indifference. They were about survival, sacrifice, and something far more personal, which she would only admit decades later. Throughout her career, Sade kept her romantic life shrouded in secrecy. She had relationships, including a brief marriage to film director Carlos Scola Pliego in the late 1980s, but she rarely spoke about them publicly. Behind her silence, however, lay stories of heartbreak. Friends revealed that Sade struggled deeply when relationships ended, often retreating from the public eye to heal. Her music was always the truest reflection of her emotions. Songs like Is It a Crime and By Your Side weren't just hits, they were pieces of her own soul, disguised in poetic lyrics. In 1996, Sade gave birth to her only child, Isaac Theo, with Jamaican music producer Bob Morgan. For Sade, motherhood became her greatest joy, but it also brought tremendous challenges. She prioritized raising her son over her career, often disappearing from the public eye for years at a time. The tabloids called her reclusive or difficult, but in truth, she was simply choosing her family over fame. Later, when Isaac came out as transgender, Sade devoted herself fully to supporting his journey. She accompanied him through surgeries, therapy, and the emotional battles that came with self-discovery. While Sade rarely spoke about her private life, Isaac himself revealed in 2019 how much his mother's love carried him through the darkest times. This quiet but fierce devotion was something Sade finally admitted in recent years, that stepping away from music was never about losing passion, but about protecting the one she loved most. Fame often isolates those who achieve it, and for Sade, that isolation was overwhelming. While adored worldwide, she often described herself as shy and inward-looking. Away from the stage lights, she lived almost like a recluse, retreating to her country home in Gloucestershire, England. For years, she kept her circle of friends small and avoided industry events entirely. But solitude came with a price: loneliness. In rare interviews, she admitted that while she valued privacy, it sometimes left her feeling disconnected from the outside world. Still, she believed it was necessary for her sanity. Her choice to distance herself from fame was both her shield and her prison. Fans longed to see her more, but Sade endured long periods of silence, quietly battling emotions that were far more complex than anyone imagined. Sade's pattern of disappearing became legendary in itself. After each album, she would retreat for years, leaving fans wondering if she would ever return. Love Deluxe in 1992 was followed by an 8-year gap before Lovers Rock in 2000. Then another decade passed before Soldier of Love in 2010. Her silence fueled speculation. Was she tired of music? Was she ill? Or was she done for good? In truth, Sade later admitted that these absences were her way of preserving the purity of her music. She refused to release anything that wasn't true to her heart, no matter how much pressure the industry put on her. To her, rushing an album just for relevance was a betrayal of her art. This shocking admission revealed the painful truth. Sade's perfectionism was both her gift and her burden, creating long silences that left fans waiting for decades. Despite her struggles, music remained Sade's sanctuary. When she did return, her songs were not just beautiful melodies, but confessions of survival. By Your Side became an anthem of loyalty and love, while Soldier of Love showed her resilience through battles both personal and emotional. Each album mirrored the chapters of her life, almost like diary entries set to haunting rhythms. Sade admitted that she wrote and recorded only when she felt emotionally compelled. Music was never about fame or money, it was therapy. Her shocking confession at 66 revealed that her greatest hits often came from her deepest wounds. For fans, this revelation made her songs even more powerful. They were not just art, but pieces of her soul laid bare. One of the most heartbreaking admissions Sade revealed was how much pain she carried in silence. She spoke about moments of deep depression, of feeling misunderstood, and of struggling to find her place in the world despite global fame. Her refusal to chase the spotlight wasn't just about privacy. It was also about protecting her fragile mental health. For years, Sade was rumored to be battling personal demons, but she never confirmed them until recently. She admitted that at times, she felt broken and that walking away from the music industry was the only way to survive. This revelation shocked fans who had always seen her as untouchable, flawless, and serene. Behind the smoky voice and timeless beauty was a woman who had fought quiet, invisible battles for decades. Even with her struggles, Sade's legacy is undeniable. Her influence can be heard in the voices of artists like Beyoncé, Rihanna, Alicia Keys, and countless others who cite her as an inspiration. Beyond her music, she became a symbol of authenticity, proof that you don't need to sell out to remain timeless. Her elegance, grace, and refusal to conform set her apart from the industry's chaos. In 2023, she was awarded honors in the UK for her contributions to music, and her rare public appearances sparked an outpouring of love from fans. Younger generations continue to discover her, proving that her music transcends time. While she may not have released an album in over a decade, Sade remains a cultural force whose silence speaks louder than most artists' constant noise. And finally, at 66, Sade Adu admitted the truth that left fans stunned. She confessed that her long disappearances, her reluctance to tour, and her avoidance of fame weren't just artistic choices. They were survival strategies. She revealed that she often felt unworthy of the pedestal fans placed her on, and that at times, she feared she could never live up to her own legend. Yet, in the same breath, she admitted something even more powerful, that she has no regrets. Every sacrifice, stepping away from fame, prioritizing her son, protecting her mental health, was worth it. At 66, Sade declared that her greatest achievement wasn't her music, but her ability to live life on her own terms. And that shocking truth is what makes her story so unforgettable. Sade Adu may have walked away from the spotlight, but she never lost her soul. If you enjoyed this look at celebrities' most shocking news, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss more news like this.